Hi guys, it's Hanif from Eclipse All Sports, and I'm just wanting to bring you a quick cricket bat review. So today we're going to be looking at the MRF Elite cricket bats. These are used and endorsed by AB de Villiers, the South African one-day captain and the 2020 captain. So he's moved across from Kookaburra and he's now using MRF cricket bats. So he's renowned for playing some outrageous cricket strokes, and I'm pretty sure that's not going to change now he's moved over to MRF. So if you're wanting a bat that allows you to play strokes all around the ground, then the MRF Elite cricket bat might be the bat for you. This one's got lovely straight even grains, there's no blemishes, there is a slight watermark just there. I don't know if you can see that in the light, but it's not going to affect performance. We'll just count up the grains. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So you're looking at 15 grains on this particular one, and the weight on this one is 29.3, and you're looking at a 62mm spine. And if we just look down the spine, you are getting a little bit of concaving, so a little bit of wood taken out, which is quite common with a lot of the MRF bats. You tend to see them with concaving, there's not many full ones. The bow, you got more of a generous bow on this one, and the bow starts from around about here and goes all the way down towards the toe, so it's a fairly, I'd say it's probably a medium bow on this one. It's certainly more of a bow than what you was getting on the Sayat bats. So if you like a bat with a fairly big bow, then this MRF bat could be a good choice for you. So 29.3, for me it probably feels around about £2.9, maybe a little bit lighter than 2.9. So it feels quite nice in the hands. It's got a nice ripple grip. The handle shape is slightly flatter at the bottom, a slight semi-oval at the bottom, and then tapers towards around towards the top. So yeah, feel wise, like I say, it feels probably around about £2.9. We'll just see how it performs with the Reader's Sovereign cricket ball. So performance wise is very good. Really pingy, really responsive, really does respond well. I think my only criticism with this bat is probably going to be the finishing. Some of the finishing at the back is a little bit rough. For a bat of this quality, you wouldn't expect, or a bat of this price, you wouldn't expect some of the finishing to be quite as rough. So it looks like it's just been sanded at the toe there. I'm not sure why that is, but yeah, it's quite a rough finish on the back. The rest of the bat and the rest of the areas are quite nicely finished, nice and smooth. I don't know if it's picked up a little ding and they've started sanding it after they've finished doing the polishing and stuff, because there is a little mark just there, but there is quite a rough spot there. So that's something that's let it down a little bit, but other than that, the shape is pretty good, and the performance is good, and it's nice and light at 29.3. So if you're looking for a fairly light MRF bat that performs really well, then MRF Elite cricket bat number 1 is a good option. So moving on to cricket bat number 2. Again, same shape with that duckbill toe, MRF stamped in, ink stamping. And again, a little bit of concaving, probably say a moderate concave, and again the same bow as well. This one, more of a semi-oval handle feel. This one's got a different grip, octopus, and then goes to a ribbon and scale at the top, and it tapers to a round at the top as well. You've got the black rubber inserts in the handle. This one is weighing in at, let's have a quick look, it's 210.1. Edge wise not massive, you're looking at 37mm edge, and spine height is around 61mm. So not a huge bat, considering it's £2.10. You maybe get bigger bats, especially for the top grade. You'd expect the bat to be slightly bigger, I would say. Considering they do have a moderate concave, you would expect maybe get a bigger edge and maybe a higher spine. So that's something to think about. And we'll just look at the grains, sorry. Grains wise, yeah, they're nice and even, there's no heartwood. Yeah, it's all sapwood, no heartwood, no real blemishes. We'll just count up the grains. You've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 grains, 9 even straight grains. So yeah, pretty decent looking bat. We'll see how it picks up. £2.10. Yeah, it picks up light. It probably feels as light, or picks up maybe a touch lighter than the 29.3 bat, so it feels nice in the hands. So it certainly feels around about £2.9. It doesn't feel much heavier than £2.9. So yeah, if you're looking for around about 2.9, 2.10 bat, then this one's going to feel good for you. And we'll just see how it responds with the Reader's Sovereign cricket ball. Performance wise, it's pretty good again. Pings really well straight out of the packet. I would say cricket bat number 1 was probably a little bit more responsive, but this one still certainly pings well, as you can see. So yeah, it pings well down low, towards the middle, pings really nice in the middle, and then up towards the stickers. It's still very responsive up there. So yeah, really good performing bat. So that's cricket bat number 2. Moving on to cricket bat number 3. This one is slightly different. The shape is completely different. This reminds me more of a CA cricket bat shape. You're looking at a mid to high middle with the spine into the toe and the spine up into the handle. It's more reminiscent of a CA cricket bat than what I would say an MRF cricket bat would be like. Majority of MRF bats have got the duckbill toes. This one's got big specs. It's got a 41mm edge at one side and a 42mm edge at the other side, and you're also looking at a 64mm spine. And if you look down that spine, there's very little wood taken out. It's probably got the least amount of wood taken out of all the elite cricket bats. Handle shape, slight semi-oval towards the bottom, tapers to a round, double textured rib scale type grip. And if you have a look, the MRF is burnt in and it's much bigger, so chances are this was made by a different manufacturer, and that's why the shape's different and the stampings are different. You've still got all the stickers are exactly the same with the hologram stickers as well. It's just that MRF are made by about 5 or 6 different manufacturers at any one time, so you do get differences within batches of cricket bats. This one is weighing in at £2 9.9 ounce, and you're looking at 10, so have a look, 10 even straight grains. So a pretty decent looking bat. No heartwood, no real blemishes. We'll just go on to the balance and the pickup. 210, with that slightly higher middle and that spine into the toe and up into the handle, helping distribute that weight a little bit more evenly across the blade. And we'll just have a look at the bow as well while we're talking. Probably a gentle bow, whereas the other ones was a bit more of a moderate bow. This is quite a gentle bow. But yeah, feels nice in the hands, probably feels 2.9. Probably don't feel too much heavier than 2.9, sorry. So 2.10 is the dead weight and 2.9 is probably the pickup weight, I would say. So basically if you was to pick this bat up, you would probably say, oh, it feels 2.9. So that's what I mean by the pickup weight. So yeah, it feels really nicely balanced, and you would expect that with such a nice even shape that you're getting with the spine into the toe and the spine up into the handle. And the performance, again, is very good. Down low is pretty good with that spine into the toe, helping make that toe a little bit thicker. And then in the middle, nice and responsive. I'd say it's got more of a firm feel than the first 2 bats, but the response is still very good. And I reckon once it's been oiled and knocked in, it's going to really start performing really well. So all 3 bats perform really well. Looks wise are pretty good. Specs wise, this one's got the biggest specs, really good sized bat. Slightly different shape, so if you're someone who prefers a slightly higher middle, so say you're playing on bouncy tracks and you prefer slightly higher middle because you're playing maybe more off the back foot and you prefer the cuts and the pulls, then this might be a better bat for you with a slightly higher middle, whereas the other 2 elite bats have got a slightly lower middle with a duckbill toe. That might be more better for someone who's looking to drive the ball a lot, maybe playing on tracks that are not as bouncy and you're playing more off the front foot, then that might be better suited to you. So this is cricket bat number 3, and again £349.99. You get a free padded MRF bat coffin with all the Elite cricket bats, and that's absolutely free, and you also get free UK mainland delivery on all orders over £100. So yeah, those are the Elite cricket bats from MRF. So thank you for watching, guys, and until next time, I'll speak to you all soon. Bye bye.